Today, my name is Gavin Seim. I'm really glad you came out. You'll get to hear from me a little bit later, but mainly what I want to start out with is we're going to get into the pledge, we're going to do the anthem, but we want to start out with something very important to set an example for our children and for liberty, and that is making sure that we are safe with our resolve and our principle and our liberty and our refusal to back down. And for that, I'm going to bring one of our experts and somebody who will be speaking to you again later, Cope Reynolds.
Thank you. What a fine group of patriots we have out there this morning. This does my heart good to see the turnout that we have here today. There's one thing we are not complying with a lot of things today, but there's one thing we'd like for you to comply with, and that's our safety procedures. There's a lot of different opinions and personalities and attitudes and everything here today, and we don't want to take away from any of that. We don't mean to question your word I'm looking for here. No. I'm losing my train of thought here. Your competency. We don't mean to question your competency. Okay, this is a. Thank you. This is first on your sidearms, your pistols. We welcome you to keep those loaded. We insist that you keep them holstered unless there is some emergency that requires you to use it. Then we'd like for you to keep them holstered and keep them safe. On your long guns, we would ask that you keep your chambers cleared. This is not a matter of, it's a matter of common sense. In the camps of Afghanistan where our military is, they don't have chambered weapons until they leave out to go on patrol or something. You accomplish nothing by having a loaded chamber in a group of people like this. If your weapon is loaded and you would like to unchamber it, please go over here to the south a little bit, over towards the Vietnam Memorial deal over here, and make it safe. As we transfer these weapons today, there's going to be a lot of them handed back and forth, and that's a great thing. As you do that, we would like for you to have your long guns either, this gun is completely inert, it has no trigger, it has no bolt, it's painted orange, it's as safe as it gets. It's a piece of pipe with a handle on it. So we would like for you to have them slung either muzzle down or muzzle up. If you don't have a sling on it, please be very cautious of where that muzzle is. There is no, well, it's on safety or, well, it's unloaded. Please just watch your muzzles. If you need to transfer that, transfer it in the same manner. If it's muzzled down, then you want to hand it to the person, take it off your shoulder, keeping it safe, and hand it to them muzzle down. If it's muzzle up, just transfer it muzzle up and keep it safe. It's real easy to get nonchalant about this and just, I'm cautious even with this gun. I'm nervous about pointing it out towards everybody. So as you're waving it around and everything, we're going to be pointing at a lot of people here. So please try to keep your muzzles, keep your fingers off the triggers. And other than that, the damage that could be done by a negligent discharge here will be irreparable. It will destroy everything that we're working for. So other than that, we will not comply.
Thank you, Cope. And with that, let's start at the foundation and let's open with a song. And let's get Kit Carroll, who's one of our phenomenal volunteers who's been in the back end working her tail off to make this happen and to make history here today along with all of you, and she's going to lead that off for us. So Kit, let's give her a hand.
Okay. I would like all of you to sing with me. I want us to show them what patriots sound like when they sing. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Kit. Phenomenal job. And with that, I want to bring another one of our phenomenal volunteers up, Maria Bosworth, and she is going to lead us in the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Awesome. Thank you, Maria. You know, I love the way the pledge is worded because people mistake this oftentimes that haven't stopped to think about it. I am in no way pledging allegiance to government. We are pledging allegiance to the republic for which it stands, for the principle, for our rights, and for the absolute law that we placed on government, because our rights are not the gift of government, they are the inherent possession of men, as Chris Ann Hall, a very respected constitutional speaker, always likes to say. We do not ask for our rights, and we do not negotiate for our rights. We stand here on this field exercising our First Amendment right, to exercise our Second Amendment right, to exercise all of our rights, to demand that government comply with absolute law that we, the people, placed upon them. And we stand for peace and liberty. But we will not back down, and we will not cower, and we will stand. We will take America back. And with that, I would like to open up into a phenomenal lineup of speakers that we have for you today. Some regional, some local, and some have come from all the way across America to stand with these patriots on this day for liberty. And to start us off, I would like to bring up Brian Keith. Born and raised in Olympia, Brian Keith is going to share a few thoughts with you about freedom.
Have you ever been responsible for the safety of another person? A child, or an elderly parent, or perhaps a friend who relied on you to protect them? Can you imagine someone threatening them with physical harm? You may not be a match for a gang of violent predators, at least not with your fists. But when you use a gun in righteous self-defense of human life, you have the power to save the innocent and to stop the evil. Americans use guns to prevent violence over 1 million times a year, but most of the time we never need to pull the trigger. The threat of violence, in and of itself, is enough to make the bad guys stop. My name is Brian Keith, and I am a walking no violent crime zone. When I carry a handgun, I ensure the safety of all of those around me. I don't replace the police, far from it. I'm the guy you want to have in the room so that everyone stays alive until the police get there. When seconds count, the police are minutes away. The people who can respond in seconds, they're your fellow citizens. and they go through a lot of rigorous training in order to be ready to protect you. I train because I care. I carry because I care. One murder is too many. One rape is too many. One violent robbery is too many. The threat of violent crime is real. The FBI says there are about 20,000 violent crimes in Washington state each year. That's about 14 violent crimes in a group from 5,000 people each year. That's about 14 of us here in this group. Who will be attacked, violently robbed, or worse? We can't know. We can only prepare and do our best to defend ourselves and those who rely upon us for their safety. How did we even get here? I'm a normal guy. I went to Capitol High School just up the hill. I went to Washington State University, like 27,000 other people are right now, and quite a few of you. I run a small company, just like over 200,000 of my fellow Washington citizens. And like over 450,000 of you, I have a concealed pistol license. So what in the world am I doing carrying a shotgun at the state capitol? I think I am here because of how normal I am. You know what normal people don't say in public? I own guns. I might say that to people who I know are already into shooting. I'm back? Excellent, thank you. But I don't bring it up at social events that I own guns. And I don't stand on the side of a road with a sign. I just don't talk about it. Maybe you don't talk about it either. Maybe 594 passed in part because the people who voted yes just don't understand how many gun owners there are, how many gun owners they live around, and how completely normal we are. That's not surprising. Gun owners are mostly very law-abiding, very peaceful. And unless we speak up, how would they know? But if 594 passed due to ignorance, and the supporters of that bill were ignorant because we did not speak up, whose fault is that? It's mine. And it's yours. There are over 100 million gun owners in this country, and yet we keep on acting as if owning guns makes us bad people. No. Protecting people is good, and defending life is noble. And you and I, we need to get over our fear of the social stigma of saying, I own guns. We need to start now, right now, loudly and with pride. Many of us aren't used to saying this in public like we are right now, but I want you to say it with me. Repeat after me. I own guns. I own guns. We can do louder. This is Olympia. We need everyone to know this. I own guns. I own guns. It's pretty loud. That's excellent. I protect my community. If you protect your community, say it with me. I protect my community. I'll be clear on the next one. I am a walking non-violent crime zone. If you are also a walking non-violent crime zone, then say loudly, I own guns. I believe that one murder is too many. If you also believe that, then say with me, I own guns. I believe that one rape is too many. If you believe one rape is too many, then let's say it again. I own guns. One violent robbery is too many. If you agree, let's say it again. I own guns. Our community must hear us proudly declare that we own guns. It may make some of our fellow citizens uncomfortable, but so can two guys walking down the street holding hands. Our owning guns is not subject to the discomfort of people afraid of freedom. When we say, I own guns, publicly, I own guns, it may make some of our fellow citizens nervous or upset. But so can an interracial couple sharing a kiss in a park. Our guns is not subject to the emotional state of people afraid of freedom. The day that we are all free to carry guns in defense of ourselves and our community, and no one cares about it, that's the day we can go back to minding our own business and not saying I own guns in public. Until then, I'm Brian Keith, and say it with me one more time. I